Hey, welcome to C-Rock Live Magazine at crocklive.com. I'm Chris.
And I'm Heather Luckhart, and we are thrilled to be here with one of Gussapolooza's headliners. We got Drop Top Alibi.
How's it going?
Hi, guys. Hi. Thanks for having us.
So, the name's really cool, Drop Top Alibi. How'd you get there?
Well, it's kind of a secret.
Secrets already.
Yeah, it was a long time ago that I came up with the name, like when Brandon and I started the band, and I kind of like to ask people what they think of the name and like what do they think it means, and before I let everybody in on where we came up with it. So.
Drop Top Alibi. Honestly, I have no idea. The words just flow well. It does sound cool. I'll give you that. So I guess the meaning doesn't matter. It's art, right?
100%.
It's art.
It's jazz.
All right. So you guys are you're one of the headlining bands at Gussapolooza this year. How did that come about?
We've known Russ and Valerie for a while. I think the first year we played with them was 2018 or 19. Jeff's known them a number of years too. He lived up that way, Newmarket Way and Keswick Way for a little while, and it's just been a lot of good camaraderie, and we show up and we do our thing, and people tend to enjoy it when we're on, especially, and we've had a lot of success up there, met a lot of cool people, and spent the night, and you get into it and you party, and everybody's hugging it out by 2 a.m. and they always have us back, and people are happy
Gussapolooza before.
Yeah, and people are happy to see us, so we just keep getting better and better slots each year.
That's so awesome. And you guys are playing Friday, September 15th, which means that you'll have some time to hang out with everybody after you play.
That's right.
You can party a little harder. The work's done.
That's it.
Right?
Yeah. Saturday I don't have to get out of my tent till 2 p.m. so it's good.
Golden.
You'll be out of your tent before then, don't worry. I'm an early riser.
Oh.
So you guys are actually 2019 Rock Search winners, right?
Correct. Yep.
So did that open up any interesting opportunities for you, or did COVID just kill your momentum after that?
Both.
Getting right into it.
Column A, column B. Yes, there was definitely cool shit that happened. We had a song that was syndicated for a while. We had a full cross-Canada tour, 6-week tour booked. We had people answering our emails and coming to shows all of a sudden. But yeah, it was less than a year before COVID hit, so the follow-up to a lot of those things, we'll never know. But we didn't leave with nothing. There was a lot of really cool things that happened that year. And the last thing we got to do that was kind of a result of the clout and the contacts we have made was we opened for Theory of a Dead Man literally 2 weeks before COVID hit. So we had some great things happen, but yeah, of course we'll never know what the tour would have done for us and what some of these other contacts would have done for us, because it's been almost 3.5, 4 years since then now, right? So, but it was a good experience. We had a lot of fun that summer. It was really cool, and it was really rewarding to finally kind of we showed up and did our thing, and it was enough. That's awesome. It was cool.
So, because of the pandemic, you obviously had a lot of downtime. How did you use it to still advance the DTA train?
We wrote the EP essentially that we just released last year.
Anyways?
Yeah, anyways. And we kind of refined our new method of writing / recording. We were really sick of the old, just the very neutral way of recording. You go in and the drummer records and then the bass records and everybody multi-tracks on top. And we found it was taken away from the band's kind of style, so we went to an old 70s style recording, the same way you would record on tape, but we used digital methods. And it really got that kind of live feel out of the band more. We're really happy with the EP, and we're super psyched with the stuff we've been writing lately, and just kind of to dive into that a little more.
Did you record it during the pandemic or after? You wrote it during the pandemic, right?
Wrote and recorded. I mean, it really depends what you consider after the pandemic, right? I think we tracked that EP mostly through the end of 2021 into 2022, and by the end of 2022 it came out. So it was kind of during, sort of intermittently, while things were sort of coming back to life. But like what Dill said, we always had people kind of telling us man, I like your recordings, but seeing you live is holy moly, right? And we have a great rhythm section, with Jeff on the drums. We're taking these songs and they're done, and then we can just sprinkle the ear candy on top of them, and it saved us money, it saved us time, and it helped us grasp what we were trying to grasp. And huge shout out to our engineer and producer and mixing engineer Graham Shaw for hooking us up and letting us come back, because we're super happy with what's happening.
Yeah, a lot of the Gussapolooza bands and crowd are probably familiar with a lot of Graham's stuff. He works with quite a few bands up that way. And yeah, he's sick.
Very cool. I'll have to check out his credentials for sure. So you've had a chance to play some shows since then, since you released the EP in, 2022? Yep. Anything notable? Any notable shows? Any disasters? Anything you can tell us about?
We sold out the Bovine on the EP release night, which
Nice.
was a highlight for us, and we spent this year really kind of being picky with some of the shows we've been playing. We did a show recently with Joey Bricks from 97.7 and a bunch of like really awesome like heavy metal bands, which was new for us, and yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, it was a good time. Having having a guy like Russ as well, stepping into the fold, and just the ability it's given us to, like, the first show we really played with him was out in Kingston, and what we realized that night was, oh my God, we can go full tilt boogie with like 4-part harmonies live now. We really need to dial in our, like, what we're gonna do. It's something we've always done, but having a guy who can sing, as high and even a little bit higher than me at times, it's like, okay, now we can shuffle things around. We can get different guys doing this, do that. And it's given us a lot of opportunity to dive into sort of what that next phase is going to be like. And as far as disasters go, I mean, some shows where it's like, you show up, the club's a little bit smaller than you thought or whatever like that, but nothing really bad. I think we're sort of past that,
Playing for
which
the
is
bartender?
nice. What's that?
Just playing for the bartender?
well, and the
sometimes?
other bands,
Yeah.
try to get a couple stragglers coming on the street, but no, it's been good. We've had a lot of great moments, and we're looking forward to this fall. We're hitting the road a little bit, doing some 401 kind of weekend rips and getting back into all the towns we were playing before COVID, and next year hopefully leave the country and the continent and have some new music out and whatnot.
Yeah, you guys have been sort of consistently releasing singles until the 22 EP anyways. Any plans to compile it into an album or just start working on something new?
No plans yet. I don't know. We're just trying to get back. I think currently looking forward to like really just diving into writing and kind of really just testing our limits in a sense and kind of trying some new stuff. So we don't have any plans as per what, but like everything's kind of on the table at the same time. So it's kind of
I feel like also, to Brandon's point about me stepping in, kind of seeing where I fit into the writing process right now and testing the waters and stuff too. So, we're gonna see where that goes probably before.
So it is very much a collaborative effort between the band.
I would say it would have to.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
No lazy.
I imagine it can be hard to trust other people's opinions. Maybe you have an idea that you really love. The other guys might want to change
we
it.
fight all the time.
Yeah, I imagine.
Very open.
Well, I
Extremely
mean, if
open.
you guys were creating during a pandemic, that's quite a bit of pressure. So now, you're looking for more pressure. You're shaking it up with a new member. You're going to be hitting the road. You're going to be, partying it up at Gussapolooza. You guys will have, I'm sure, enough strain to get some inspiration, or do you already have some in the tank?
A little bit of both. Column A, column B, for sure.
We're trying to plan like an Eddie and the Cruisers too, where you just like go to a cabin in
boy.
the woods and just write and like just honestly, we're trying to put that together right now. So
Stellar.
kind of excited to see where that goes.
If we can get some money, we definitely are able to do a double album, but we'll have to see. If we write 20 songs we really love, but it's like it makes more sense to do it in a couple of EPs rather than a full LP, then maybe that's what we'll do. To Jeff's point, everything's sort of on the table, but we're just gonna woodshed it and write a bunch of tunes, and we've
Nice.
already been starting with Russ, and
Stellar.
it's a good vibe. It's really cool, and I think we're coming up to that point where we're just gonna start doing this,
Yes.
and then whatever we end up wanting to work with after that will be a campfire session. We make decisions and we get
Nice,
started.
yeah. All right, maybe hire a grant writer. Get
Yeah,
some factory
grant
money, huh?
writers and sponsors. If you're
Yep.
paying attention,
Yep, Sea Rock Live,
invest.
Jagermeister, Coors Light, yeah,
What other brand names you dropping? All right.
Gibson,
I love it.
Pearl, Yamaha,
Galleon Kruger.
Rickenbacker.
Galleon Kruger.
They have uniquely discerning tastes.
You gotta be unique. That works for us.
Yeah, for sure. We are.
Oh,
Sea
we
Rock.
Okay, I was gonna say because I don't.
No,
I
Sea
nobody
Rock
told me
Live
about
are
the
super
sponsor.
stoked to be sponsoring Gussapolooza, and that's why we're really stoked to be interviewing you guys today. We know that you've got some awesome music videos people can check out through your website, and you're on all the streaming platforms. What other places would you like to be found? Like where else is a good spot? You've got some shows coming up. Tell them again what you got on the radar.
So we're actually playing tonight, August.
In the past, for those of you watching.
Yeah, you guys have missed it.
Yeah, it's been
Missed
missed.
that one.
Anyhow,
This is another reason you need to follow us on Instagram.
yeah. So yeah,
At Drop Top
Instagram.
Alibi.
We're going a lot heavier into YouTube right now. YouTube Shorts, and you know, it's really,
good.
especially the way that streaming services divide up everything and whatnot. YouTube's done a great job of taking a hold of like, hey, you can do a lot of this stuff with us too, and here's how we do things. And a lot of like up and coming artists and bands are getting into that, as well as you know, and that includes us. You know, we have a great social media guru, Neil Little, who does all of our stuff for us, and she's been getting all these great shorts of us that we don't even really realize they're being recorded. Next thing you know, we have something with 8,000 views on it, and there's commercials before our videos now. It's like, so that's sort of what we're trying to focus on. So if you like us, you're just discovering us, or you've known us for a while, droptopalibi.com, Instagram, Facebook, but definitely let's get the YouTube train going. We got a lot of video content there for you all.
So you're saying if they watch enough of your YouTube videos and enough of those ads play and they tolerate it, that they'll get an album from you? Is that
We will get
loosely
money
what
if
will
you do
happen?
that. We will be
Music
funded.
industry is a strange place right now, so
It
we
sure
all
is.
gotta dig where we can.
I mean, that computes, yeah.
Yeah, sifting for gold. I get it. I respect it.
That's it.
Prospector life.
Yeah.
Couple screens, there you go.
Yeah, sweet. Well, it's been stellar chatting with you guys. Again, This is Drop Top Alibi. I'm Heather Luckhart. And Chris, let's have you sign her off.
And
Thanks,
make
guys.
sure you head over to Gussapolooza if you want to catch a great performance, not only by Drop Top Alibi, but like, 50 other bands? There's a lot of bands.
A lot of artists, a lot of our homies are there. Cigar Club, Nelson Sobral, Bigfoot's Hand.
Yeah, some great bands.
Yeah.
Nice. I've seen a
Jailbirds are
couple of
playing.
those already. All right.
Be in good company.
Yeah, it's true what they say. That's where you see them first. Go check out Gussapolooza, Drop Top Alibi.